today's episode of Retirement Police Most Wanted. We are 99 months away out of our 100-month countdown to financial independence. We're doing the big reveal on our identity, and we're talking about, because it's still February and candy hearts are still in abundance, I see you. Eat your candy. My fellow FIers, there's something I need to admit, and that is I have been keeping my identity secret, yet I can see all of you. And I want to talk about seeing all of you in this episode. But first, I want to talk about my hidden identity on the Retirement Police Most Wanted. The thought process here is that we are on a 100-month journey to achieve financial independence. Right now, we're in month 99, so we have 99 months left to achieve financial independence. And when we finally achieve financial independence and decide to make paid work optional, we are essentially channeling the great Harry Houdini, who was a great escapologist, illusionist, stunt performer. He originally went by the nickname Handcuff, and some days many of you may feel like you are handcuffed to work that you don't want to do while you're trying to figure out how to escape your job and escape your current life and lifestyle. So in the spirit of Harry Houdini, we are HouFIni. And let me explain that. And HouFIni would be spelled capital H-O-U, capital F-I, and small n-I. So HouFIni. And really what that means is the ability to perform amazing financial independence, and that's where the F-I comes from, escapes from the retirement police that are not an illusion. So the N-I is not illusion. As we think about our journey, and we've been on this journey for a very long time. Some would say I've been on this journey since I was a child, and my spouse has always been on this journey since childhood, because we really, both of us, valued money and knew that we wanted money to have freedom, not necessarily to buy a lot of material things, although I think both of us went through that phase. Now, we can teach you the magical tricks to achieve financial independence. We are looking at this in terms of a two-part strategy for us, and we discussed this pretty extensively in our previous episodes. Episode 3, where we discussed our two-part FI number, and then in episode 4, we provided basically an update of where we are in that two-part FI number. So the first part is from age 59 and a half to age 65. And then our second FI number is from age 65 and beyond. But when I say that I see all of you fellow FIers, I see the various stages of life. I see as a kid where I knew that financial independence was something that I wanted. My own parents did not really understand the stock market, though they gave many financial examples without realizing it, including living below their means and regularly investing, even though they really didn't know what that was. So I had to find other ways to really learn more about it because it was not their passion. And I've discussed this a little bit in earlier episodes. And I'm not being critical of my parents. I'm incredibly grateful to my parents. I couldn't have better parents. In some ways, when I think about financial independence and all of the things on my pathway in life, it does remind me of F. Scott Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby, the opening lines that say, "In my younger and more vulnerable years, my father gave me some advice that I've been turning over in my mind ever since." Quote, "Whenever you feel like criticizing anyone," unquote, he told me, quote, "just remember that all the people in this world haven't had the advantages that you've had," end quote. And when I think about that, I've had tremendous advantages. One major advantage I've always believed that I've had is living in the United States of America. When you think about the wealth in this country, and I am not dismissing the amount of poverty in the United States of America, there certainly is poverty, but in terms of worldwide, what we have in terms of the even lower income housing, the roof over your head, compared to parts of the world where you would be considered rich if you had a metal roof over your head. The fact that we have grocery stores, and certainly there are food deserts in the United States, but the vast majority of Americans have access to food. I may have grown up in a household that didn't have as many financial advantages compared to other people, but I've always lived an incredibly blessed life, and I have lived very well. I cannot say that I didn't have any advantages. I've had a great many advantages. The fact that I had two parents that were involved and loved me and cared for me and wanted to provide for me and teach me values and make sure that I had an education. Educationally, I've had a great many advantages. Some people use their education, some people don't use their education. The thing about education is that you can also then learn to teach yourself other things. And in my case, one of the things that I really was interested in was finances and money. Again, not so much for the material aspects, but the freedom, the whole concept of freedom was definitely linked to money for me. When I talk about I see you, I see people out there. I talk to people in my daily life, students, people early in their careers. They don't really know how to save money, invest money, what they need to do. They know they want to do it. They know that they need to figure it out. They do not believe that there's going to be Social Security. The idea of a pension style employer provided financial mechanism is something they're not even familiar with. So 401ks or 403bs or Roths may be things that they've heard about, but they know that it's either that or In some cases, they work in positions where their employers don't even offer those types of benefits. So they have to figure out how to do this on their own. And so when I say I see you, for those people that are either in college or in their early 20s or in their first jobs and they want to figure this out, I've been there. I know what that's like. We figured it out. The best thing you can do is just start. For those that think that financial independence and the early retirement movement, which when we think about retiring and retiring early, we're talking about the earliest that we would retire would be age 59 and a half, which in terms of the early retirement movement is not early at all. The traditional retirement age is 65. For some people, given the Social Security full benefits starting at age 67, 65 would be early retirement. We know that many people think that financial independence is only for these tech bros. Not a tech bro, I can assure you, not a tech bro. And people think, well, maybe if it's not only for tech bros, it's only for single people. Financial independence is not only for single people. Okay, financial independence is for couples that don't have any kids. Dinks, double income, no kids. Nope, it's financial independence is not only for double income, no kid families. And I don't mean to offend anybody by using the term dinks. Family Fi is a real thing. We have done it. We are not completely financially independent, but we are on this pathway and we know that we're going to get it. And we can help you get there too. There's a group of people, as we are now 99 months out from our target date, we're hearing from a lot of friends. They haven't saved for retirement. That's not uncommon, as you hear about the average amounts of money that people in the United States have saved. Some of the amounts are very low. We know that you too can achieve financial independence. People do find a way when they kind of wake up and realize, I don't have that much time left and I have to double down and take care of this. There is a pathway. We are aware of that. There's other shows that are focused on the late starters in life. I am in particular thinking of a show called Catching Up to Fi. I think they do a really nice job of promoting your late starters, people in their 40s, 50s, and beyond. We know people in that situation. We know family members in that situation. And it's also possible. We are not late starters, but I can empathize and sympathize with the late starters. It may sound like, wow, you're trying to be everything to everybody, and that's not really going to happen. It may sound that way. We also have experience, granted limited anecdotal experience, with parents who were working through their retirement, parents that are currently working through their retirement, friends of our parents or people that we know that are already retired. So on sort of the spectrum of where people are in terms of their financial journeys, we can relate to a lot of those eras because we know a lot of people in different aspects of those eras. And I don't mean the Eras Tour, as in Taylor Swift concluding her Eras Tour. But it is a good reference in terms of this financial movement and the many different eras here as we discuss the Retirement Police Most Wanted. We also have a blog, age59.5.com. And again, that's our goal, to achieve financial independence by age 59.5. So again, in this month of Valentine's Day, I see you. I see you. And hopefully that will help you on your journey to FI, to break those handcuffs and to go on the lam with all of us and be ready for our mugshots. So take care, FIers. Keep up the good work. We'll catch you next time. Hit subscribe, and remember, focus on doing what you love, and the money will come. Take care.